So, ladies and gentlemen, we've spoken many times in this podcast about the Montreal Canadiens drafting NCAA players left and right and center in the 1970s. But this guy, I think he was very underrated, one of probably the better professional defensemen from the University of Minnesota, good International Falls boy, Minnesota. And a great hockey name, and it just floats off the tongue. Joe Micheletti. Now, Joe Micheletti was 6 feet, 195 pounds, defenseman, of course. Now, he was a draftee of Montreal in his key season with University of Minnesota in 74-75. He was taken in the 7th round, 123rd overall. He's 3 seasons with University of Minnesota. He put up some impressive numbers. He was almost more than the point of game pace for the 3 seasons. A good defensive player. Best season was 77, where he finished off his year with 48 points, including 39 games. Now, a very bizarre thing happened, ladies and gentlemen. After university season ended, he ended up with the Calgary Cowboys of the WHA. And in his partial, not say rookie year, but his first cup of coffee, he had 3 goals and 3 assists for 6 points in 14 games. Now, we've been talking a lot about former Montreal Canadiens draft picks playing with Edmonton or ending up in Edmonton. This is another one. 78 season, he found himself on a roster of the Oilers. He puts up some really good numbers. 48 points in 56 games. The 79 version of Edmonton, playing with Gretzky, 47 points, 14 goals, with a strong 9 points in the playoffs, where Edmonton lost to Winnipeg for the AFCO Cup trophy. Now, when he came to the NHL, St. Louis took interest with him, and he was one of the key players of St. Louis in the early part of the decade. He played 3 seasons with St. Louis before ended up in the Colorado Rockies. Now, over 3 seasons with St. Louis, he put up some okay numbers, 63 points in about 150 games, eventually with Colorado in 82, and ended his career with the Fort Worth Texans of the CHL later on that season. Now, WHA totals 101 points in 142 games, NHL totals 158 games, 71 points. WHA playoffs, 11 assists in 18 games, and NHL totals, his only playoff goal came in 81, 1 goal and 11 assists for 12 points for St. Louis in their kind of good playoff run. So Joe Micheletti, again, very underrated career. I think playing as many seasons he did at a major level, he was sort of comparable to, I don't know what you would say, a fifth defenseman in Montreal would try sometimes. He would get the key goals. But I remember playing with Edmonton, a lot of people felt he was kind of a Paul Coffey quarterback of the defense. And Gretzky once said, he's a talented player. Very nice gentleman for what I heard too. So very, very cool. So Joe Micheletti, another Montreal Canadiens draft pick, ended up in the WHA, which seems to be a very common occurrence in these podcasts. We learn something every day. The WHA and the Montreal Canadiens had a good relationship. We drafted him, and they played him. Have a good evening. Bye.